If you're a videographer like me, when you first heard that digital SLRs were capable of shooting video, you probably got excited. Today we're going to look at how to actually make the jump into a digital SLR and use it for filming any type of video. Let's get started. Alright, to get the camera ready to start shooting an HD video, we're going to need to put a lens on, put a battery in, and of course put in a memory card. So first things first, on your camera, locate a little white dot that's next to a red dot. On your corresponding lens, go ahead and find this matching white dot. What you're going to do is you're going to line up those two white dots and turn your lens so you hear the click in place. Then on the bottom, find the battery cover, it's right there. Find the two little electrical connectors, put them down facing inwards to the body. Pretty much is the only way it's going to fit. Get your memory card in, go ahead and slide that latch open, find your memory card, and click it into place. Your camera is now physically ready to start filming HD video. Here's a quick tip on how to focus better with your Canon 7D. We all know that this is the zoom and this is the focus, but trying to check your focus either through the viewfinder or in video mode on the LCD is rather difficult. So a way to more accurately get your focus is you use this button. Underneath it there's a little magnifying glass with a plus button in it. If you press this once, it's going to zoom in your LCD 5 times. If you press it again, it's going to zoom you in 10 times. Use these two zoom features to get your focus accurately on your subject. And then start filming. Just a little tip. There's two menu functions that to shoot video with you're really going to want to pay attention to. Flip this switch to the on mode, flip this over to the red camera for video, and let's go into the menu mode. First thing that we're going to want to deal with is down here to video system. It's either NTSC or PAL, depending on where in the world you're going to be filming. I'm filming from Los Angeles, California, so I'm using the NTSC video standard. The next menu setting we're going to be looking at is the movie record size. Currently we're at 1280 by 720 at 60 frames per second, which is my preferred size and frame rate. But in case you don't want to do that, there's also 640 by 480, which is standard definition at 60 frames per second, and we have two full HD options, 1920 and 1080 at 30 frames per second and 24 frames per second, which is what essentially gives you the film look. So to more accurately check your focus, you're going to want to use this button right here. It's got a magnifying glass with a little plus sign in it. If you press this, you zoom in 5 times. If you press it again, you zoom in 10 times. And you can see that because I'm shooting in a low light level, we've got a lot of grain, but we'll talk about that later. If you press it one more time, you go out to your full size. So, using the focus wheel on the front, you can accurately get your focus. The Canon EOS 7D gives you 3 ways to control your exposure. The first is your ISO setting. Pressing this button on the top, you get a choice between 100 and 12,000 and 800. Choosing anywhere between those two numbers will help you set your exposure. Now you'll see in the background image as I turn this, the lower number I go, the darker the image gets. The higher number I go, the brighter the image gets. But be warned, the higher you go with this number, the more grain you're going to induce into your video. So I prefer to get this to as low of a number as I can get. So to set your ISO, you're going to press this button right here. You're going to see the number down here correlate between everywhere from 100 to 640. You get out of that, go ahead and press ISO again, or the select button on the back. The second way of controlling the exposure of your image is by this number right here. Currently it's set to 60. As I move the same selector around, you're going to see that number change. As the number gets higher, your shutter speed increases. A faster shutter speed means a darker image. It also means that you get crisper lines, you have less motion blur. You make that number smaller, the slower your shutter speed is going to be, the brighter your image is going to be, and the more blur you're going to have on your image. Now the final way to adjust exposure on your image is this scroll wheel right here. Now as you can see, it does absolutely nothing. And this confused the heck out of me when I first got the camera. Then I discovered that this little slider down here needs to be pushed over so that it's not locked. And now, as I turn this dial around, you'll see that the image gets brighter and darker. So, using your ISO control, your shutter speed control, and your exposure control with this wheel, you'll be able to accurately get an exposure for whatever you're filming.